SpotlightMediaStudios.com. Welcome to Education Unfiltered. Here is Mary Stucco.
Hello, this is Mary Stucco with Education Unfiltered, where we talk all things higher ed. And today I'm super excited to be joined by Janet Lillie, who is the Assistant Vice President for Community Relations at Michigan State University. Welcome, Janet.
Hey, good morning, Mary. Great to hear you.
Great to hear you. So how's everything going over at my alma mater? What have you been up to?
Well, we are very, very excited to have students back on campus, and we are very busy preparing for them to not only be back in our residence halls and our dining halls, but also in our classrooms, and all parts of campus are gearing up right now. It's a very exciting time.
So when do classes start?
So classes start September 1st, and students, some students have already started moving in, so some of our fall athletic teams have moved in or are in process. So August is when we kind of start a slower move-in process for specific groups. But then we are expecting our halls to be quite active starting around the 26th of August. So over a 4-day period of time, we'll have a little over 15,000 students moving back in with us.
Oh my gosh, I remember those days. Do they still have like those big dumpster things on wheels that you throw your stuff into?
Yeah, those big laundry baskets.
Yes, and, I call them dumpsters. You call them laundry basket.
Yeah. And they might be considered dumpsters at the end of the year. But at the beginning of the year, we use big laundry baskets to move students in. And I know a lot of campus employees come out and help. And our local alumni association, Mid-Michigan Spartans, is gearing up with some volunteers to help as well. It is quite a process. So it's an exciting day for all, and we certainly hope for the very best of Michigan weather for the move-in.
Oh, for sure. Do they have air conditioning yet in the dorms or not? I don't know.
Some of the residence halls have air, but it is always best to bring a fan, and so that is on the what to pack to come to MSU. That bringing a fan is certainly an important thing to bring.
Yeah, some things have not changed much in the last 20-something years.
Yeah.
So are you anticipating, you're going to have the resident halls at full capacity like you would any other year?
Well, close to 15,000. That's pretty typical. I mean, it's a little bit less. And in addition to that, we also have 1,000 students who will be moving into our on-campus apartments as well. So we're a little less than an average year, but I think coming off of a pandemic where we had so few students living last year, it's going to feel very, very full. And of course, this incoming class of freshmen are going to be the first group that is required to live on campus for their second year. That is one of the big things.
Okay.
Yeah, that the university announced last December is that we're going back to a policy that we'd had on our books for quite some time, but we just had been waiving it. But that is a 2-year live-on requirement, and it's something that a lot of schools are doing as well. So we're really excited about that.
Very good. So what other things can students expect as they roll back into East Lansing? Anything that are staying the same, things that are changing? What can they look forward to?
Well, for a lot of them, it's going to be a new experience. I mean, not only do we have a new incoming class of first-year students, a little over 9,000 brand new first-year students.
That's great.
But technically, our sophomores, most of them were not on campus. So we really fundamentally have 2 years worth of students that are brand new. I think they will expect to see a real excellent Spartan welcome for them. The residence halls are open and cooking up some great things. There will certainly be options for students that, a grab and go, because a lot of students will be racing between classes and activities. So we'll make that convenience for them as well. A lot of activities are planned, especially those first few days during our fall welcome. We have about 2 days of just a lot of activities planned for students to help them get to know each other and feel comfortable with campus and so forth, and just to introduce them to the area. And then classes start September 1st, and then our home football season kicks off on September 11th.
That's my favorite part is football season on campus. I mean, there's nothing better, especially at Michigan State University.
Well, I have to say, I used to play, I was on the drum line in my marching band.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, and nothing warms my heart more than hearing drums, even if it's very, very early in the morning. But to me, the marching band is what signals the start of the school year. And I think when students come back and see all of the activity around them, I think they will, just love being here and being on campus and being engaged in, more of the in-person learning that they haven't seen in the last year and a half.
Yeah, I remember when I was a student, I lived on campus my first 2 years, but listening to the drum line and the whole band practicing, especially early in the morning, that was such a neat experience as a student.
Yes. It's better to be woken up by the drum line than the train. So I think
that's so funny because I used to live in Holden Hall, which is right next to the train tracks, and I literally learned how to sleep through trains in the middle of the night. So
exactly, yeah. That a lot of people say that that is something that they mark note of as keeping them awake for the first few nights, and then they really do learn to tune it out.
You do, yeah. So students who are going into one of the dorms by the train tracks, don't worry. It only hurts for a little while, then you get used to
it. Exactly, yeah. And if you have kids later on in life, you'll be grateful for that skill set.
Exactly. You need to learn how to sleep through things, or at least pretend like you are.
Yeah, right.
Oh, my goodness. So, football season's looking like everything's, are there any big surprises or changes for those who are going to be attending football games this fall?
No, not that I am aware of. I mean, obviously, we have a brand new coach. I mean, he had a season last football season, but that really wasn't a typical one. So I think the local community and the university we're just so excited to have him, have an audience to coach his team through. And I know the players are very, very excited as well. The university, since you and I chatted last, Mary, the university did have a vaccine mandate, and we're working on communicating to our audiences and what does that mean and so forth. But it applies to students, faculty, and staff, but the mandate does not apply to those attending the football game. So if people did have questions about that, because we issued that, and we also issued a mask mandate for inside buildings, that is not impacting attending the outside football games as best as I am aware of.
Okay, very good. So that's good to know.
Yeah, and I one more quick thing. I do know that, a lot of people are asking questions about tailgating and what will that look like and so forth. It is going forward. There is going to be tailgating on campus this fall. I know that a group of people are, looking at, are there things that we should be mindful of, regarding, others on campus and the tailgating atmosphere, coming off of, kind of more of a closed-in period of time during the pandemic. But I do know that tailgating is coming back, and I don't know if there's any changes to that, but I do know that it's coming back, and many, many people are obviously very excited about that kind of opportunity to show their spirit.
Oh, that's so exciting. I'm so happy to hear that. So are they still giving vaccinations on campus? I know for a while they were giving out vaccinations at the stadium.
Right. It was actually both. The pavilion is where we gave almost 100,000 vaccinations working with the Ingham County Health Department, and that was just a terrific partnership. In terms of our meeting with our students and helping them along, yes, we are working with them. We're going to have some clinics. The MSU Pharmacy will be giving out vaccinations as well, and we're trying to have a couple of different locations on campus to make it really convenient for students. And if they received their first dose in their home community, but, because of the timing of the 3 or 4 weeks, depending on what their dosage is, coming out to, if they're looking to get their second dose here on campus, we're also working with students to facilitate that as well, just to try to make it as convenient as possible for those students, knowing that they might have just been getting their first dose. So yes, we will have lots of information on that for students to help them navigate that.
Wonderful. Sounds like you're trying to do all you can to make it an easy transition for everybody.
Yes, we are. I think, we are well known for our service and really just trying to help students and their families navigate. We understand MSU is a huge place, but we also try to embrace everyone with a big Spartan welcome and help them with their specific needs. So we are working very, very hard to facilitate that. And we also are looking to hire people. I mean, lots of articles have been printed recently about hiring thousands of students to fill some of our jobs. And so we're also hoping that as students come back, they're looking to be employed on campus. It's a great way for them to not only earn money, but build their skill set, meet people, and manage their time. So we will. Anyone who's interested in listening out there, if you're interested in some jobs, we definitely have them, and we welcome applications from all.
Excellent. Are you also looking for non-student employees as well?
Yes, we are. I know that those jobs are posted as well. There are non-student employee jobs. I was reading an article yesterday that there's some jobs affiliated with our facilities and with our infrastructures planning and facilities group of people, so even working on some of our vehicles and stuff like that. So I thought, wow, this is a great opportunity for people if they haven't been in the job market and they're looking to get in. There might be some great opportunities for them. And I would direct folks to our human resources website on that to see what local, what postings are available.
Excellent. And how about students who are looking for jobs? Do they also go just to the human resources site, or is there a different site they should go to?
Yeah, they certainly can go to that. I also think they can really just inquire right within their residence halls, because so many of the halls are hiring as well. So, yep, they can go to the HR site. They can touch base with Career Services is probably another great place, and then just ask within their residence halls, and I think they will point them in a direction of lots of places that are looking.
That's really nice. Now, tell me, you mentioned there's a lot of activities being planned for this fall for people, coming back onto campus. Can you think of any right off the top of your head that students can plan on that are going to be coming onto campus the next couple of weeks, activities that they can look forward to?
Sure. Oh, yes, absolutely. Well, obviously, they kind of fall in two different major buckets. One is the academic side. So the colleges are always plan for activities to welcome their students who have preference majors within their colleges and help them get to know the faculty and advisors, right away. But then, and that happens even before classes start. But then there's a lot of get to know campus and the local community. And so the university, before classes start, will host a couple of programs. One, participation, trying to get students to, see what kind of student groups they want to be involved in. There's going to be lots of activities as it relates to getting to know campus. But one of the other things that is being planned in partnership with the City of East Lansing is a program called Extravaganza, where the City of East Lansing is showcasing a lot of their downtown businesses and other activities like knockerball and some other fun activities that students might be able to meet what they can do in the local community. So that is going to be one of the evenings. I think it is the 30th, the evening of August 30th, and I know that it is a great event that is being planned by our partners in East Lansing to help students get to know that, the other side of Grand River as well. So that's a brand new event this year. So that will be really exciting to see how that goes.
Oh, I bet the businesses in East Lansing are more excited than ever before to be welcoming back the students.
Well, that's just it, and I have to give a shout out to Adam Cummins from the City of East Lansing. He and I work together, but he is just a terrific resource for the city and helping the businesses, how to make the downtown and activate the downtown area. And so he's been working a lot with the local businesses on that end. And yes, they are very much so looking forward to our students coming back and being patrons in the downtown area. So it's going to be a real lively place. Give it a couple of weeks, and it's just going to be hopping all the time.
Yeah, I was talking to some of my friends. Everyone's trying to go out to East Lansing now before it really gets crazy busy to enjoy, the gardens and all the other things that, MSU has to offer. So it's a fun time.
That's just it. I know my husband and I went out to dinner a couple of times in East Lansing just so that we knew we could get in and eat outside without having a wait. So we'll still visit when the students are back, but getting in earlier was helpful to us.
Absolutely. Well, we love East Lansing. We love Michigan State University, and thank you so much for joining us today. This was Janet Lillie, the Assistant Vice President for Community Relations at Michigan State University. This is Mary Stucco with Education Unfiltered. Thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you for Davenport University for sponsoring this podcast.